What's up, guys? Masta Styles here, back with another Eternal Evolution video. We have a lot to cover today and only a limited amount of time. So we're gonna get straight to it, not gonna waste too much of your time. First of all, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Check out some of the older content, but let's get to it. So we actually have Galactic Bounty and free copy of Miranda, some limited tickets and advance. Here they have this anniversary carnival. If you spend money on the game, here's your opportunity to pick up some limited tickets. And of course, they got a double chip event, so you want to make sure you're doing your summons. And I'll talk a little bit more about how you could go about that. So here we still have the hero revolution going on. If you've got the SP hero, you could probably get a couple copies of Caraxia. We have details gathering. Nothing new here. The typical events that happens on the first week of a new hero banner. Gamuzo's Bell that has Anpu and the new hero in here. And of course, you get a copy of a Ruler's Ring. Hopefully you get lucky enough to get all three of those, because if you ever completed that, once you complete it, it pretty much gives you everything on the wheel and reset. So mirror of re-information and premium development, for the spenders out there, new season of Hell Arena, which is going to be good. Can't wait for that. And of course, we got a new game mode coming, which is Guild Expansion. Very interesting to see what that's all about. And it starts in 6 days, so that's pretty cool. Good to see they're adding multiple game modes to the game. For those people that says that there's nothing to do, they're giving you more to do. So hopefully there's less complaining. And the overall sentiment of the anniversary event, it's been pretty good. Obviously coming off of that event we will talk about, but here the Astral Mirror if you want to go summon for the new SP hero. And of course, we got the new hero added to the game and the return of Anpu, so very interesting there. And of course, I talked about this in one of the videos that I made. Twilight Lands is back, so I'm happy about that. Let's get these extra limited tickets, and I'm going to show you what I do when it comes to the selector here. I'm gonna go through and let's get all the rewards that we get automatically. For those that don't know this, if you clear all the way to chapter 15, pretty much start at chapter 11, which is good because you don't want to have to start from the very beginning. That would be very tedious. It takes time to go through those. So let's go in here and select Annie. I made a whole video about why I'm doing this, and we'll see here in a second. So I'm gonna go in, pick up Annie, and take my 2 copies. And then what I'm gonna do is actually go over here to Evolution and disassemble. So you disassemble Annie, and after you disassemble Annie, pop over to the store. And this is a cool way to grab a couple extra limited tickets, especially now that they have the double chip event. You wanna go in and get as much copies of Annie as you can to get these limited tickets. And I'm also gonna pick this up so I can level up my collection trophy room, or whatever you want to call it. So love to see this. This is awesome because you get those extra stats. Extra stats is what makes your account different. And I need to get some more keys to unlock a couple of these. One other thing I am very excited about is that they added a new game mode to the game. I'm gonna have to make a whole separate video about this. One thing to note is that if you click on it and you start it, don't back out. You want to make sure you finish it because it will consume one of your tickets. So let's finish out Endless Battle here. This guy kind of snuck by me because yesterday I definitely looked at it and I was number 2, but it's okay. I'll just collect those rewards. And also let's go through this really quick because I'm not here to waste too much of your time. So let me know down in the comments how far you got on the raffle wheel. I got it to level 20. I felt like it was a lot easier in terms of the other endless battles for the wheel here anyways, but for me I did decent, and I wish I would have got that extra fragment for the gene hybrid or shards, whatever you want to call it. But here I like this endless battle. Hopefully they do this in the future. Love to see the new addition to the heroes that you can select. I hope they update it next time and get rid of some of those older heroes because people don't really use them. And here, double chip event, I spoke about it, and some of those other events, if you missed out on them, obviously if you're new to the game and you're just now starting, you missed out on Nord, and Nord is not in the shop. So Very interested to see when he's gonna come back, or what's that gonna look like. So now we're gonna transition into the summoning, because this is really why you're here. This is what I'm excited about. New hero. Let's do some summons. Let's get to it. Get all of that other fun stuff. Let's get to it. So we're right here. We're at 20 and 30. Man, that would have been nice if we would have picked them up there. So that pushed you into pity. If you get lucky here, then normally it's to pity. So for the newer players that are not familiar with this, you go to 50, then you pull 9, because again, you want to make sure you grab a copy of the other hero on the other banner. And this is a strategy you can use whenever there's a new hero in the game. You pretty much do 59 on the new hero banner, and then 1 ticket will get you a copy of the other hero on the other banner. I also forgot to go in and pick the summoning here for the galactic bounty, because again, you want to make sure you do this, because some of these missions, or whatever you want to call it, do require you doing summons. So I was like, you know what, I'm already doing summons, so I might as well pick the one that has to do with summoning. So we're going to continue here and do our last few single pulls and grab our copy of Anpu, and then go on to the main summoning of the new hero. So here I was gonna go back and check, because they want to make sure you do this right, because if not, you're gonna have to drop 60 tickets on the other banner, and if I'm gonna have to do that, I'll just pass on it. But here I'm gonna pick up our copy of Anpu. I already have him at Immortal 1, so I need another copy of him to get him to Immortal 2. Hopefully Gumuzo's Bell give me a copy of him, which would be nice. But if not, I'll just sit on him until he either come back around, or there's another way to grab an extra copy of him. So let's get to the main summoning. Now we get our chance to go for the hero. Actually, I did 1 there because I wanted to even it out. And let's go in here, pick up these gene hybrids. And one thing to note, if you don't summon this week and you don't have those data chips, you are going to miss out on 1 extra gene hybrid. One thing to note is that with the double chip event there, you can pretty much either take the tickets that you have to either grab a character that you wanted to get, and this is a perfect time to summon. It does extend into next week, to actually maximize your actual return. And this is why for my main account, I am summoning this week. And here we go. Boom, we got the new hero. This is our first copy, and we have pity to go. So this is beautiful. Love to see this. So we're already projected to get 3 copies of him, including this one, and hopefully we can pull another one so we can save some of those gene hybrids. So love to see that. Now we're gonna end up pretty much go towards pity. So this is 40 here, and let's see, 50, probably nothing, but should be another copy of him right here. So we're already at pity, which is awesome. Love to see that. 2 copies. I want to say 5 gene hybrids. Yeah, I have 5 gene hybrids. So I'm definitely going to bring him to Immortal, and I'm going to have the resources to hyper evolve him. But the question now is, do I take him to EX30? I did look at his EX30, and I'm like, the extra revive, we'll see how it goes. And of course, we're going to continue to summon. And I'll also do my review for him at Immortal EX20 and hyper evolve. I am going to hyper evolve him there. So let's see what we get. Okay, perfect. Another copy. I'm loving this. So now we're at 3 copies for, I'm not sure how many tickets we've dropped, but I am going to drop 180, which is going to also give me another copy. So 3 right here is great. I love to see this. I wish I could have got a double. I always see people post on Facebook that, they got a double copy. So we got to go in there and, empty up that bag space. We'll do that in a second. With this new hero being added to the game, the next conversation we kind of want to have is, do we build a second assassin team? The main focus of that team would be AoE, because with this guy, his ultimate is an AoE move. And you also have Atlantis, Motoko, and Bailey. Bailey's on the back burner for right now, but he might make a resurgence, and that's just something you want to think about, because in Hell Arena you need that 14 once you get to legendary and higher. I don't really have a 14, so I had to disassemble my tank team because of the team that I run. And we're gonna continue to summon here. Hopefully I get lucky and pull another copy, which would be nice. And bam. So we got another copy. This is beautiful. I love to see this. And you know, that just means that it's going to be easier for me to bring him to Immortal. That was our 4th copy there. So the summoning luck today was great. I love that. And then we're going to pick another one up. So in total, we got 5 copies. That's a great start. All we need now is 3 gene hybrids to take him to Immortal. I love that. That's amazing. That's probably one of the best luck I've had when it comes to these summonings. Normally I get maybe 3 copies, so I love to see that. So to close out the video, let's have a quick conversation about how you should go about this summoning. So like I said, my main account I'm summoning this week because obviously I want to do my content on Saturday for my review pretty much of the new hero. So that's why I summon this week. For my free-to-play account, I'm waiting until next week because it makes more sense to summon next week. And here I actually picked up a copy of Barag through the Astral Mirror. So that was pretty good. I needed an extra copy of him, which is good. But for me, I would suggest that you summon next week if you're not in a rush to get this hero. You don't necessarily need him right away, but if you want to show him off, then you can pick him up. But again, remember that the double chip event does last into next week, so that's good. Normally it'll be like 7 days and then that's it. So I love to see that they're doing that. I am gonna level him up here. I do like the gears that I'm running on him, and the question I'm asking myself is, when it comes to the boots, do I put damage reduction or do I put attack? And you know, they made it sound like he was going to be reviving multiple times. It's only 2, which is interesting. They definitely made it sound like he was going to revive more than 3 times, but he does become very tanky once he revives, so he could be a great frontliner. And I'm going to make a team of him because, again, I spoke about I need a 4 team, and I don't know if I'm going to do assassin base because, again, we don't have an extra support for the second assassin team just quite yet because Fiona will be tied up with the main team. So, you know, just a quick video here. I am going to do a couple more videos about the game mode and of course my impression video on him because I already have him at Immortal, and questioning should I bring him to EX30. So if you like my content and you're new to it, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, guys, so we can send it out to the algorithm. We can show more people what the new hero looks like. And without further ado, definitely appreciate you watching. And if you made it this far, comment down below. Anniversary.